SOI, source of information. That's what the DEA calls a snitch. I know there's been a little bit of press written about my raid December the 13th, and the only thing that seems to be mentioned in it is the cooperation that the state of New Jersey did with the DEA out here. But just so everyone understands that what actually happened was, in August of 2011, just a couple months ago, the source of information, the rat, basically provided information about me, about my grow operation on Gage Avenue in Los Angeles. There's actually two of them. One of them, he can say was dry snitching because he just told the other one the address, and the other one's the one that actually did it. You know, I'm going to at some point publicly name the person, but you know, the crazy part about the whole snitching thing, you know, it doesn't really get you nothing. You totally just destroy people for no reason. And in this case, this is a person, both of these people are marijuana smokers. They smoke marijuana. They have been a part of this movement and this cause. And yet, they just did a whole, like, snitch and destroy mission, you know, because they think I did something to them. I didn't do anything to them. What they did to themselves. I want to blame it on me. And you know, to sit and tell the details of that right now would actually just be naming them. But this actually messages, you know, for them. I want them to know. I do know. And I really, you know, whatever. I'll just have to deal with it. But the funny thing is, I'm almost done my book. They kind of took my computer and everything, screwed me all up. The DA came, they took my computers, my cameras, my everything. I had most of the book backed up onto something else, a different computer. So I lost a little bit, but I lost a lot actually, but I ain't had nothing else to do in the last month or so. So I've actually rewritten it, and I actually probably did a better job this time than I did the first time. I had to do a little bit of editing. My plan was to have my book done a week or two before my trial in April, and that way the last chapter will be written that week. My book will probably be released a day or two after the verdict. And the way things are nowadays, I mean, all I have to do is basically write everything all the way up until the day the trial begins, and then, you know, before the button's actually sent for publish, because it's an online publishing company, the verdict will be read. So if I am found not guilty, obviously I will probably get to add a couple more words to it to the end of the book, and then hit send and have the book ready for publishing 5, 6, I think it's 7 days later. I could actually have the book, and it'll be written basically from where my other book ended, Public Enemy number 420, and this book, you know, is again Public Enemy number 420, but the subtitle will be The Jury Nullification Trial of This Century. That's what I feel. I feel I'm going straight up, head to head with the state of New Jersey, and I'm arguing the law is wrong, not me, not I. All I need is one person on my jury to feel the same way. But anyway, back to what I was really making this little video about, this little rant, this little video bitching was about the snitching, the rat. And they didn't do it out of any, they weren't even in a vice or nothing. They weren't like arrested, they just walked in. Well, I wouldn't say walked in. They just provided the information, because I don't know how they came in. I didn't get that detail. But what I did get was they voluntarily, for their own little personal reasons, went in and just Gave up all my information to the DEA. And trust me, I like people to understand the contents of this. I've been here for 4 years. The first year, I had a partner. After me and my partner went separate ways, the DEA did raid him. He opened right back up the next day and kept on proceeding. To be honest with you, it was a loss of, thousands of dollars and a scare for a little while, but basically opened right back up and kept it moving. After, I came over and opened the Liberty Bell Temple 2, his place was actually raided again by the LAPD because he had an issue with his landlord. My place in 2010 also got raided, and got raided by the LAPD after they passed the new city ordinance, and they listed me as one of the places to close. And I opened back up the next day, fought it in court for the last year and a half, and actually won. Through the state and through the city, I am a legal operation. And then, like I said, in August, this person called the DEA, and the DEA, Department of Justice, part of the Department of Justice, launched an investigation. I've read the paperwork. At some point, I'm going to put the affidavit for the search warrant online, so look for that on my website. Affidavit for federal search warrant. That's how I have it listed if you do a site search. NJWEEDMAN.com, affidavit for federal search warrant. And you'll get to read this whole entire thing I'm talking about. But in August, there was an investigation launched after someone became a source of information, a rat, fink, snitch, but a source of information. In September, it appears that the Burlington County prosecutor Michael had a conversation with federal officials out here in